Update. A lot of people were asking for an update, so here it is. I wrote up a long-ass apology letter that I wanted to read to my brother. I waited until he got home and got into bed for the night. I knocked on his door, and he was so fucking excited that it was me. I couldn't even get through the first few words. I started crying after saying I wanted to say I'm really sorry and just couldn't get through it. I just got into bed with him and laid down next to him. He hugged me really tight and said, "I missed you, buddy." I fucking lost it. I never cried that bad before. He just hugged me for a long time until I calmed down. We didn't talk much. He started crying for a bit too. It was the first time in a long time we just hugged. After half an hour I got up and gave him a kiss and he told me he was so happy. Why didn't I do this earlier? Fuck. I thought I could try apologizing properly again tomorrow. I left him the note to read anyway. I am feeling very hopeful right now and a lot of pressure in my heart is gone. I swear to God and on my own life, I will never treat my brother so badly again. I have been working part-time for the past year, and I was saving some money so my brother and my mom could go on a trip to a place he really wanted to go to. But I think I will take my brother myself instead. Turn 18. I also realize that I need to have a relationship with my brother where I am not just taking care of him. It needs to be like a normal brother relationship. Like going for movies and stuff. It's going to take some time for me to fix the mess I created though. I'm just lucky my brother is amazing. I received a lot of messages. I appreciate everyone for their input, and I did read them all even if I didn't reply. Thanks everyone. My actual post. I know this will get a lot of hate, and yes, I deserve it. I am not looking for any validation or forgiveness. I know I am a piece of human trash. I just need to get this out. I have a brother who is 2 years older than me. He has suffered from a condition since birth that forces him to be in a wheelchair anytime he cannot use his arms that well either. We used to have a great relationship until I turned 11, and I really started resenting the amount of attention he took from my parents, and how much stress he put them under. I had to constantly help him, change him, feed him. I hated it. There was a few years in his life when he so mean to my parents, and it really made me resent him more. I realize now that I had no right to judge him, and I will never know how difficult life is for him. I stopped hanging out with him and made more friends at school. I would tell my family all the fun I was having at school during dinner to make him feel bad. I started barely talking to him or acknowledge his presence. He would get frustrated too. The point of tears to get my attention. It started escalating 2 years ago when I would purposely turn off the Wi-Fi and unplug the TV every time we had to leave the house, so my brother could do nothing but sit in his wheelchair. Favor save shows on the DVR. I would make fun of his speech. Push things just out of his reach. I would act disgusted when I had to change or bathe him. It always made him feel bad and he would apologize. I made my own brother apologize for taking a dump. Fuck is wrong with me? But my fucking saint of a brother never told my parents. And he never let me have it. 3 weeks ago, he was trying to talk to me non-stop, and I was just ignoring him. I got annoyed, and wheeled him against his wishes to the backyard, and placed him under an umbrella, and went back inside. I fell asleep, and realized I left him out there for 3 hours. When I went to bring him back inside he was in tears, and wouldn't look at me. He was humiliated about how I treated my brother all these years, but my anger towards him overpowered it. But seeing that look on his face affected me in a way that was different from before. I stopped all the bullying after that day. I couldn't even look him in the face, ashamed. Last Sunday my brother told me he was glad I was his brother and friend. I couldn't even respond. I went to my room and cried. I'm fucking crying again typing this all out. When did I become an evil trash human being? Fuck. I'm 17 and he's 19 now. There's nothing I can do to make up for the past 6 years. My brother will be returning with my mom from a specialist appointment tonight. I'm going to apologize to him and beg for his forgiveness tonight. I want to start again. I am a healthy guy with no issues who chose to bully his only brother for something that wasn't even his fault. I am so ashamed of myself. It's not too late to make it up to him. Edit 2 with my inbox just 1.
Simple sentence. Thanks for the silver and the gold. I am so sorry about your mother, and thank you for being so kind. I am going to do everything I can to make it Up to my brother, I promise.
I have my fingers metaphorically crossed for you.
Why can't you cross my fingers in real life?
Post an update PLS, sort your shit out.
I'm actually crying reading this. Probably without crossing their fingers like most people.
Agreed wholeheartedly. I also think the op should seek some therapy to work through the guilt treating. His brother poorly was acting out feelings he was having trouble processing.
I'm sorry for your loss. This hurt to read, and I hope that op can learn from it. You're a great brother.
Your brother knows that.
You're a sweetheart.
Couldn't agree more. It takes a lot of courage to acknowledge that you did something hurtful and want to make amends. Go hug your brother tonight and make some new memories together.
Fuck that, hit the parents instead. Being a nurse to a disabled person is a full-time job for an adult. You can teach just this kind
of responsibility onto an 11-year-old. I'm done crying.
This isn't bullying, you fucking idiot. This is abuse. You are an abuser of the disabled.
This is punishable as a crime. Get your shit together.
Holy shit, this moved me almost as much as this post if I had
Money, I would give you platinum. Almost every dick in my high school came to their senses after they
turned 17 or 18. Op will probably be fine. Fuck you for that, but thank you for trying to change.
I can't stop ugly crying about this.
This can be applied to so many people. Lives great words. This, write him a letter basically with this, post him and tell him you're really sorry and ask how you can make it up to him. I still want to hit him though.
I fucking love this reply, man. This shit right here is the type of shit I would say now. This is one of the most uplifting threads I've ever come across. You are an angel. You deserve far better than the treatment you have
received. I hope things get better for you.
If the person you used to be isn't shorter than you, you're NT growing.
You just go ahead and turn it around. Begging forgiveness is a good start.
I actually laughed out loud at this.
Or just an at the word. Run in 2 days.
Me too. Ugly crying is the only kind I know.
Flexing on the elderly.
I can do some things with my fingers on my own. I cannot do some things.
I can do some things when people manually guide my hands.
Me too. I wanted to hit op so hard when I was going through it.
It changed by the end.
This got an audible laugh from me.
He must have some understanding as to why you acted the way you did, I bet.
His brother had a lot of time to think things over too.
My thoughts exactly.
I don't know Op's family situation, but paying for a caretaker can be very expensive and is an unrealistic option for a lot of families financially.
Where's chopping onions around here?
You've got a good point. I guess as a way to make up for the lost time. I
was just suggesting that Op draw a line and no matter what beyond the side of his brothers.
What the actual F if I was a parent with both an adopted kid and biological kid?
And one of my friends said that about my kids. I would lose it, absolutely lose. But like WTF is wrong with people?
How can you type? What a mature realization for someone their age. Most people don't realize
what dicks they are until it's too late. Now you have the chance at a
real relationship with him.
I wonder how Op would feel if someone else did this to his brother.
Because Op up until just a few weeks ago was that guy.
That's horrible. Apologize and learn.
Your mother's actions and opinions are a reflection of who she is, not who you are she.
Sounds terrible, and you certainly don't deserve that. No, he should definitely start with an apology.
Then in 5 days.
Would argue that for someone bound to a wheelchair to take away the only possible stimulation
They could have the side staring at a wall is psychological torture. It's forced solitary confinement.
Remin 679,846 days.